everybody, my name is Chris. Welcome to Casual Fragrances. Today we're talking about a fragrance from the house of Azzaro, an Azzaro Homme Wildmint. So this fragrance was released in 2019, but it wasn't available in the United States wise. I know overseas had got it a little bit earlier, so I feel like it's 2020 release just because it's been hard to find and most places didn't have it. So check out fragrancex.com. I'll leave a link down below. So I purchased my bottle at, and the price is $26. So let's go over the presentation. This is the box. Pretty cool looking box. Nothing special, just the A for Azzaro, Homme, and Wildmint EDT concentration. The top has the A symbol, which is pretty cool. Nothing spectacular. The sides have nothing. The side here has a little information about the product. And the bottom has the batch code information on the bottom to authenticate your purchase. Check that out. And the back has a picture of the beautiful bottle. Black, light green. It's pretty nice looking. So cool presentation for 26 bucks. Now let's check out the bottle. This is the bottle. Looks really nice with the black, dark here, and light green here. Pretty cool looking. It says Azzaro Wildmint. Nice bold letters, you can see it. And the cap is plastic, but it snaps into place. You can probably pick it up by the cap if you want to, really snug, but be careful. The note breakdown. We have bergamot, calypso in the top. The heart, we have mint, balsam fir, pine blossom, absolute. Base, we have patchouli and Haitian vetiver. Okay, let's go over what it smells like. Here's the cap, pull it off. The atomizer, you can actually take it off and twist it, and you can actually, which is pretty cool, you can take it off and you can actually decant this bottle if you want to. Like say you buy it, you want to decant it to some friends or make some resale value on buying it. Check it out. Here's the atomizer. Shoots out a lot. Like the atomizer. Real nice looking. Okay. It opens up very fresh and very minty fragrance. If you like mint fragrances, you're gonna love this fragrance. I'm gonna tell you right from the door. I was skeptical about buying this because I already have a mint fragrance in my collection. I have a few, and I don't want to buy a redundant mint fragrance, if you know what I mean. If I wanted another mint fragrance, I would just buy back a bottle of something I already have in my collection. This opening is just gorgeous. It smells so good. It just pulls you in. It's like refreshing, excitement. You feel fresh. You smell clean. The minty vibe is just adorable. Just something that when you smell, you're like, dang, like I smell fresh and clean today. And it's only 26 bucks. And take my word for it. I mean, I had to give a little decant to a subscriber that I know personally that wanted me to try it out, that they wanted part of the giveaway. And I said, no problem, give him a little decant, and he enjoys it. And his girlfriend likes it too. Besides that, you are going to get some of that pine kind of like vibe, like tree kind of vibe. This is more of a green type of a fragrance, you know, so it's one of the fragrances that leans on that freshness side, greeny, minty, clean kind of fragrance. And if you like fragrances like that, you're definitely gonna like Wildmint. Now, the mid of the fragrance, you're definitely gonna pick up less of the greenness, but it's still there. But you're gonna get more of the balsam fir, and you'll get some more of that patchouli that gives a little bit of that chocolatey vibe, but it's not very, very heavy, but it gives off a sweetness. So you're gonna get that mint / sweetness in a fragrance. And some people might like that sweetness. Some people might say, hey, it's too sweet for me. Definitely check it out for yourself and see. Like I said, it has that freshness throughout the fragrance, but that mint does calm down some after the first hour or so. And you're gonna get it in the background, but you're gonna get more of a greeny type of vibe. You're gonna get some of that patchouli that makes it kind of like chocolatey vibe, and it's like a nice sweetness to the fragrance. So it's not like an overall, it is a minty fresh fragrance, but you're gonna kick in some of that patchouli where it leads a little bit towards a darker chocolatey type of vibe, and it's really nice. The base of the fragrance is gonna calm down some more, and you're gonna get some of that vetiver in the fragrance, and you're gonna get more of that clean type of vibe, green, kind of earthy type of vibe, and I enjoy this one a lot. This is a highly recommended fragrance, I would say, for $26 as a cheapy fragrance. But performance and longevity might vary for each person, so we'll jump into that into a moment. But overall, the opening will drag you in and make you want to pull out your wallet and buy a $26 fragrance. Guaranteed. because I blind bought this, ladies and gentlemen, because people told me, hey, we want you to try it out and review it on your channel. So out of a lot of subscribers asked me, so I figured I'd pick up a bottle, and it said Wild Mint. So if it said mint, I was already hooked. Projection, it pushes for the first hour or so on my skin, and then after that it comes closer to the skin and you'll get a little scent bubble around you. But that first hour is where you're going to get noticed the most. That's what I'm going to say. That first hour you're going to get noticed the most, and when people walk by you, you're going to catch a whiff of this fragrance a foot and a half of your inner area. They're going to be walk by, you smell fresh, you smell clean, you smell minty today. And it's one of those fragrances that will garner you compliments. I'm not saying you're going to buy this and get 100 compliments or whatever. I'm not saying that, because every person is different. I'm saying is a fragrance like this, if you are presentable, looking well, and you know this whole quarantine thing's over, and you wear this fragrance out, people will notice you. They might say you smell fresh, you smell clean, you smell mint today. I'm not saying you'll get these amazing compliments like other fragrances, but you will get noticed. After that hour, it does come closer and closer to the skin, but you get a little scent bubble around you for the next couple of hours. And throughout, I would say from that first hour to about the 5.5 hour mark is when you're going to get that nice bubble around your head where people can get whiffs of it. And between that 6 to 7 hour mark, it's really dead. So for me in general, I feel like the few times I've worn it, I got between 5 to 6 hours of longevity. So it's not the best, but it's okay for 5 to 6 hours. I mean, you can always bring a little decan with you or travel atomizer and reapply it, but you're gonna get 6 hours. And coming from a Wild Mint, a fresh / sweet fragrance, you can't really ask for much more. I mean, I would like to have an 8 to 10 hour mint fragrance, but you gotta realize the concentration is EDT, which I think it is EDT concentration. It is what it is, and fresh fragrances are very hard to keep, you know, on your skin, just because those type of notes very everywhere last. I mean, if we're talking about a lasting mint fragrance, we got to talk about Azzaro Renaissance. That's amazing. I have a bottle I got a couple weeks ago, and hands down the best mint I've ever smelled right now. There's probably other mints out there, but I bought that one and I just fell in love with it after I had a sample. Nevertheless, that's my longevity. It might vary different on your skin. Definitely check it out. Seasons and occasions. With this fragrance here, I feel like you could wear this dressed up because it's fresh and a clean mint fragrance. You can wear this casual. I think the best thing is casual. Going out, running some errands, going to the bar with your buddies, going on a date. This is a great minty fragrance for a date. I would go less with sprays with this fragrance here. Maybe 1 or 2 sprays on a date, because you're not sure if this will overpower her nose, or overpower her senses smelling it. I mean, that first hour is very strong. I will tell you that from the door. As soon as I applied it, like my girlfriend's like, whoa, I can smell you way from over there. And I'm like, all right, that's good for 26 bucks. Now, people will say, is this better than the other fragrance, KRYPTOMINT, which we're gonna talk about right now. Okay, so let's talk about KRYPTOMINT. I'm gonna spray it on here. Now, if I'm spraying it on my skin, spray one on my skin here. All right, I'm gonna spray 2 on my wrist here. Okay, so got both here. Okay, so this one opens up a very fresh, minty vibe fragrance. This is hands-on a very high minty blast fragrance. This one is a very high blast mint fragrance. The difference I see between these two is that this one is more of a juvenile fragrance. It's not as presentable, I guess, as a grown man fragrance personally, but I wear it whenever I want because I like this fragrance. I just don't really care what anybody thinks. I love mint, hands down, don't care. Never will care. But this one here, Wild Mint, this one is more of a mature vibe. I feel it's not as heavy sweet as this is. Is this sweet? Yes. But this was overly sweet. Might be corny to some people with that patchouli, but gives it in that geranium, which gives it that dark chocolatey sweet vibe. You want to call it Girl Scout cookie, whatever. And I get that. And I wear this one all the time. I really don't care. I wore it to work a few times and people like it. It's one of those fragrances that the first hour, 2 hours, it's kind of strong, and it settles down, but it lasts longer. I get well between, I think it's like 7 to 8 hours with this one here, and I get about 5 to 6 with this one. So this one lasts a little bit longer, but more juvenile as somebody that's in their teens, moving into like maybe getting into high school, or maybe their first year in college. After your first year of college, you gotta dump this and replace it with something like this, because you're gonna be a grown man, start doing things, more important things. This is more presentable to wear to office than this is. Now, going on a date, I would feel like this would be more safer to go on a date than this would be. That's just my personal opinion. Signature scent, I mean, I feel like this could be more of a signature scent than this one. Because this one has that, this is very heavy mint with a heavy sweet kind of vibe, and this one's sweet too, but it's calm down, it's neutral, it's more subtle. This one's more heavy, more pronounced, like, hey, I'm here, minty guy here, chocolate guy here. Now, the Wild Mint is one that I just really enjoy a lot. Both the fragrances I like. Let me just say that I have both in my collection. I bought both of these fragrances from Fragrance X. And the price difference is basically $40. This is $59, but let's round it off to 60 bucks. Okay, this is 26 bucks. So you're looking at about a good, let's just round off to 40. Let's just round off to 40 bucks difference. Now we're going to jump right into the compliment factor. Both these fragrances has garnered me compliments, but they're not over the top like, yeah, I got compliments. Like, no, it's like, oh, you smell fresh today, you smell minty today, or I get a little bit of a sweetness off your skin. This one here is more like, oh, I get a fresh minty, you smell clean and fresh today, Chris. It was nothing over the top. I mean, it was nice compliment, but nothing was like, oh my God, like I need to tell people to buy this. Like, no, if you like mint fragrances, buy this fragrance. My rating for this fragrance overall, I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10. I can't give it a perfect 10. I want to, but I can't. And here's some reasons why. The longevity. There's the issue. 5 to maybe 6 hours. It doesn't, after that 5 to 6 hour mark, it's very, very close where you got to pretty much get to my neck and actually smell the fragrance. But for that 5 to 6 hours, it lasts on my skin, and I really have no complaints for a $26 fragrance from the house of Azzaro. Azzaro makes good fragrances. They have Azzaro Wanted by Night. They're all bangers. Now, the projection for this is pretty good for that first hour. I wish I got 2 hours of very strong projection. It'll probably go up to like a 9. But that hour is where you're going to get that burst of freshness, where everybody is going to know you're fresh, you're clean, you're minty today. And the cons I was saying this is, if you want more of a longevity fragrance, look somewhere else. If you're looking for a 5 to 6 hour fresh minty / sweet fragrance to wear throughout the day, this is up your alley. If you're looking for a signature fragrance, this could be up your alley. This is a great all occasion fragrance, all seasons, all the way from spring, summer, fall, winter. You can wear this anywhere because it gives off that freshness pretty much throughout the fragrance, and halfway through the fragrance you're going to get more of a calm down freshness with some sweetness with the patchouli in it, and it just works. I can't find a reason not to wear this fragrance unless you don't like the note of mint or the note of patchouli, of a chocolate type of smell vibe that I get off of my skin. But hands down, I love wearing this fragrance a lot. And if you like mint fragrances and you want a toned down version, get this one. And you won't regret it for $26. And everybody knows that has smelled this fragrance off me really likes it. They say they might buy themselves a bottle because $26 is affordable. People that can't buy these high-end fragrances like Creed Viking, which I have in mint too, is very expensive. Xerjoff Renaissance, very expensive. This is $26 for mint fragrance. You can reapply it. It's $26. It won't break the bank. You can literally not go out to eat or not order pizza, wings, or a cheesesteak one weekend, and buy yourself a bottle and enjoy something very fresh, clean, minty / chocolatey fragrance. If you need a new fragrance in your collection, definitely check it out. And this bottle presentation is pretty cool. All the bottles look awesome. Let's just say hands down, all these bottles look awesome. Is this my favorite from the line? No. This is my second favorite. My first favorite is Ginger Lover, hands down, which I can't believe I love that more than I love this one. But nevertheless, definitely check out Azzaro Wildmint. Worth the money, $26. I can't say nothing bad about that. Only problems I have is the performance category. Might vary different. You might get better performance. That's awesome. So, if you heard about this fragrance, ladies and gentlemen, leave your comments down below. I'm very curious. If you're going to buy this fragrance, let me know. Do you love mint fragrance? If you don't, what's your favorite mint fragrance? Leave your comments down below. If you like this type of content, cool. Check this video out here. And why not click that subscribe button and show your support for the channel. It's totally free, and it actually helps me and my channel grow more. If you like this type of videos, cool. Thank you for watching another video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.